Welcome to lanmoutarot. This is a general reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the second week of October 2019. Thank you, Pisces, for your continued support and for watching. We are using the Psychic Tarot this time, and we will use the After Tarot for any clarifications if needed. And thank you for your patience as these messages are being uploaded a little bit later than usual. I got a little sick. I've been waiting for autumn forever for this year, and right there at the onset, and I got a cold. Well, the kid got it first, and I was trying to be very careful, but I still ended up having a cold. And I don't do any energy work, Reiki or coaching or readings when I am sick or not feeling balanced. So we had to delay recording the reading a little bit, but here we go. This should be up by the 8th. So messages, guidance for Pisces, Spirit, messages, guidance for Pisces, messages, guidance for Pisces. Okay, we have the 6 of air. Moving on, Pisces, moving on. The 6 of air here. The leaves are falling. That's why I need to take a look at it. I cannot tell if those are leaves or not, but I think there are leaves. It's like the leaves are falling with that 6 of air here. Libra season. Moving away from trouble, from conflicts, from troubled water to calmer sea. We have the image of these people on the boat, moving away from this choppy water to a calmer water on the Rider-Waite card. That's usually what comes to mind when I think of that 6 of air. But here, this card, the Psychic Tarot, it's called moving on. Literally moving on. And for some of you, that moving on may very well be from moving on mentally, from a way of thinking, okay? And with the leaves falling here, it's almost like I'm getting moving on to a new season, to a new season of life, to a new stage, if you will, okay? And number 8, accelerated motion. Yes, that move is happening fast. Accelerated motion for you, Pisces. 8 of fire here, and looking up in the firmament, looking up into the heavens here, looking at the star. This is your signal, your North Star, your guiding light, your guiding star is like shining bright, calling you. Wow, you got an extra card. This is a 3-card reading, but you have an extra. We're gonna keep it, okay, Pisces. You have the Ace of the Ace of Air here, triumph and success. With the Ace of Air, there is a card of, like, it's the same as the Ace of Swords, right? Clarity and the truth has come through. Some information has come through, okay? There's a new beginning here, okay? And what do we have? Rejoice and celebration with the 3 of Cups. That's beautiful. So you are on the move. And you see the cards. Let me make sure they're all in the frame. Okay. Is that better? That's better. Okay, so we have the 6 of air with the 8 of fire, accelerated motion. This is Sagittarius energy, okay? And this is Mercury in Sagittarius. It's also about communication. That 8 of fire. It's not just about travel. It's a card of travel, especially long distance travel. And here we can see the mountains here. It's almost like someone is thinking about someone who's across the world from them, and they're looking at this at that night sky, thinking like, are you seeing the same sky that I'm seeing? I cannot see you so far away, but I guess we're looking at the same stars, at the same movement in the sky, and you can see there's mountains here that are separating them. So there's movement, travel, accelerated motion, movement again, fast moving movement at that. And for me, the 8 of fire is a card of remover of obstacles. Anything that was on your way, they cannot stop you. That accelerated motion, okay, of the 8 of fire. This is especially if this is communication. The air cards are about communication as well. There is communication happening here. There is travel happening here. There is movement happening here. Triumphant success with the Ace of Swords is also about communication. It's also about expression. It's about information. okay? And it's an offer, okay? And I like how like this words card is not coming from the sky, is it? This words is coming from the earth, from the ground. Isn't that interesting? I've never seen an Ace of Swords like that. So this truth, this information, you can trust it. Not so much if it's coming from the air, from the clouds, it's not, you cannot trust it. It's coming from the heavens, from the divine. It's a higher truth. This truth here that's coming to, it's a minor kind of truth. It's almost like it's your truth. It's coming from the earth. Okay? This is not a truth that's coming from your from the heavens. It's coming from the universe. It's a truth that's coming here from the earth. It's a known truth. It's a verifiable truth. It's not a truth that requires faith. It's not information that requires you to suspend, you know, your thinking or your mind, that requires you to have faith, to release control. This is a truth. This is information that's grounded right here, that's rooted into the earth, that's rooted in the material world. Triumphant success. And that information is also, and the sky here starts from the blue to the purple. It's almost, the blue is represent the throat chakra, right? About communication, again, and self-expression. And look how the sword is like going from here to here, it turns into purple. And purple is all about the crown chakra, the color representing the crown chakra. So for a lot of you, that truth, that information, that communication is gonna bring you closer to your higher mind. It's gonna bring you closer. It's gonna open your crown chakra, your connection to the divine, your connection to source, to God. Okay. But first, we need to tap into our own truth, as we are right here. This is just amazing. I love this Pisces, especially for you Pisces that we know is not as wooded as most signs. That is all about deep water energy, Neptunian energy. And here you are. Your one truth is gonna be the truth that's right here. That's grounded on the earth here, on the ground here. That's gonna bring you to that higher, to your higher mind. That's gonna allow you to tap into that, to source. That's gonna allow you to tap to that Akashic record, to divine connection. And here we have the three of water. Rejoice. Now you get to celebrate. And not just celebrate on your own, celebrate with others as well. Celebrate with loved ones. And when even look at the bottom of the deck, at the bottom of the deck here we have the seven of fire. Stand your ground. Standing on your truth. Standing for your beliefs. And willing to fight for them. The seven of fire is not just about standing your ground. It's also willing to find the courage. It's a kind of courage to fight for that belief. Okay. First started. King of Pentacles. That's the first card that wanted to come out for you. Abundance. Some of you, you're moving on. That moving on, it has to do with your abundance. Moving towards higher ground. The King of Pentacles is very abundant. The King of Pentacles know how to use earthly resources, all the resources on this earth, to create abundance for their life. They're in charge. They're wealthy. Okay? They're abundant. They're grounded into the earth. They know how to create. Got the bull here, Taurus energy. Moving on. Leaving conflict behind, especially in matters of finances. Anywhere there was like things were not on the up and up, you're leaving that behind. You're going towards something better here. Okay. Oh. Nine of Wands. It's about boundaries, setting boundaries for yourself. For some of you, you felt like that departure is needed, that moving on is needed in order for you to create a sense of boundaries, for you to protect yourself, okay? And protect your resources, perhaps. We have two other cards that came out. We have the Moderation, which is the Temperance card, with the Three of Pentacles. In regards to a partnership, in regards to studying a job, a work, a career, especially with other people, something here needed some kind of moderation, and an intervention, if you will, needed to happen. Something that you're trying to create, Pisces. The angels came in to balance things out. It's as if it was out of balance. Someone was working themselves to death here, and another was not pulling their weight. And here comes balance. Some the one cup is being poured into back into the body of water, into that river, and the other cup, it's almost like the bird is has drunk from it or tapping from it. It's like that higher knowledge. It's like as above, so below. Okay. Just like that truth coming from the ground here is gonna allow you to attain that higher level of awareness, that higher level of understanding, to connect to source. Just like you're on the ground here, you're looking at the heavens for information. As above, so below. Accelerated motion, that movement, that shift in direction that you feel like is necessary. It's information that's coming to you from above. Here we have minor arcana, needs for protection, protecting yourself with that 9 of fire. Here, this is the major arcana card of protection, angelic protection, angelic guidance. In regards to your finances, especially in regards to a situation that dealt with a partnership, especially a creative project, okay, a business you're trying to start, a career, or whatever it was that had to do with money here, something with the material, something here on the ground. A change needed to happen, balance needed to be restored. And this is what's happening. You're doing your part right here on the ground, and the angels are doing their part on your behalf. The Page of Wands. This is the departure. Someone not being afraid to leave behind what they started, to leave behind so they can make their mark. This is like a younger energy, okay? This is a passionate energy. This is someone with a sense of adventure. Was like, okay, I've tried what I had to do here. I've learned as much as I could here. Now it's time to move on. It's now to make my own name. It's time for me to do my own thing. And we can see there's people behind them almost waving goodbye, wishing them well on their way on their new path. They're not taking any baggage with them. They're not taking anything with them. But that stick, that one, their path they've chosen. And that's going to bring them success. They know their truth. I'm going to follow my 5. I'm going to follow my guiding light. I'm going to follow my North Star. I'm going to stand my ground, stand up for what I believe in, stand and fight for it, for that matter. And that's going to bring you success. So Pisces, if you've been contemplating a move, if you've been contemplating a departure, a relocation, especially for a job, you receive some kind of information that's telling you that there are better things for you that's awaiting you on the other side, you know, of the world. For some of you, it's a whole other state. For some of you, go for it. Okay? Go for it. It's a go. There's a move here. There's a lot of communication here. Even with that three of cups in celebration. This is Mercury energy, Mercury in Cancer card here. Swords energy, communication, and here we have again Mercury energy. There's a lot of communication happening here, back and forth, I feel. And what that communication is telling you, there's a move that needs to happen, that you should move. You need to move on from a way of thinking. You need to move on from a place. You need to move from a season, from a stage of life to go towards something else. There's a change that needs to happen here. And what's facing you is standing your ground. It's you standing on your own truth. Oh my goodness. And by the way, this is your reading. There's only, like today so far I've already done 3. This is the 4th one. Let's look at this. I pulled this card to show you the 7 of fire. What's white underneath it? 7 of water. What's white underneath 7 of water? 7 of I'm sorry, 7 of water. Yeah, 7 of air. So yeah, 7-7 right there underneath the deck. 3-7 underneath the deck. And can you see this? When I pull this, do you know what this is? Patience, moderation. Same card as this here. So this is a 7-7 lucky strike. 7-7, very spiritual number here. 7-7. This is all you need to create what you were trying to create. Though in the scriptures they say God created earth in 7 days, right? Or the world in 7 days. I say earth, the world in 7 days or whatnot. But here with that 7-7, this is spiritual number 7-7, especially for those of you your life path is a number 7. Hit that advice. This is like, also we know 7-7 as a lucky strike, right? 7-7-7-7 for you. Whatever it is, don't be confused. Stand your ground. Stand on your truth. Know exactly what is your truth, so you can stand your ground, so you can protect yourself. So when you make that change, since you want to make that move, that you are very, very sure of your path forward. Okay, once you make that choice, that you can defend that choice as well, because we see this is a youthful energy with the pages as well. This is not even a knight, surely not a king, but he's walking in such a pensive way. This is not there's no oh my gosh, immature energy here. This is a page that's very thoughtful. There's a sense of thoughtfulness there as he's living. Yes, he's passionate, determined to go forward, right? To go on that new adventure. There's something waiting. He knows it. But it's not like, yeah, we're going, ha ha ha. No, I'm not taking nothing with him. Just the clothes on the back and that truth and that choice. That same one that's being that he's holding there, sitting between world even, right? Standing on this ground, looking at the whole other world underneath the sun. Is that the sun? I don't know. But someone is basically trying to say, like, I'm willing to stand my ground against this whole world. I'm willing to fight my battle, to fight for my truth against this whole planet, this whole world. And the right away, we see that one guy standing up a hill, and there's 6 ones poking on top, and he's fighting those 6 ones. We don't see anyone. We don't see what's happening below. Almost a sense of paranoia. What are you fighting? You're just raging that one. What are you fighting? Here, there's no one else. It's the whole world, for that matter. And you're standing here, but with the 7 of Wands, there's always a sense of courage and willing to pick that one and fight for that truth. So the King of Cups came out again, emotionally stable in that regards. And I feel that with that Page of Wands. That's what I was saying. It's not an immature Page of Wands. It's a Page of Wands that's very thoughtful about that path that they've chosen to go on. Okay? Being able to control your emotions. We saw here, look at the synchronicity message. You see the angel here. I associate this the angel here with Archangel Michael. Because this is angelic protection, and Archangel Michael protects us, right? With the red ring here, warrior spirit, and the white robe here, also bringing peace, right? Protecting us. But if fight is needed, they're ready to fight. Pouring out the water, the cup, right, into the ground. And here, the King of Cups here. This is not a King of Cups that's frivolous. This is not a King of Cups that's all about, like, affections and emotions and women's. He's also pouring the cup out into and look at the serious look on his face, the strict look on his face. So this is like, I'm getting that departure, that success. For some of you, it's almost like there's a sense of sacrifice that needs to be made here. Some of you, that move requires sacrifice. You're leaving a home behind. You're leaving family behind, Pisces. Okay? This is an emotion that's being poured here. You may have to pack your emotions to be more in your mind, your intellect, your know-how. We have so much Mercury energy here. To be more like in your mind about this, to be more methodical, to be more thoughtful about that move, about that opportunity that you want to seek, than about your emotions. It's almost like there's no room for emotions here. And you are a water sign, the watery of all water signs. You're like the deep water sign, Pisces. But it's almost Spirit is asking you to keep your emotions in check. as you make that decision and as you make that move. Clarification on the Three of Water for Pisces, Spirit. Clarification on the Three of Water. Okay, Judgment. I've been seeing the Judgment card, but it came out face up this time. This is supposed to happen. What's happening right now is supposed to happen. That's your judgment. That is your divine judgment happening here. This is your day of attunement. So whatever that you did, if you did well, you're gonna get your rewards. If you did poorly, you're gonna have to return for your sins. You see, you are getting your fair due, because if emotionally you felt a sense of lack, if emotionally by leaving even you felt like it left you in a sense of like a heartbreak and sorrow, there was sadness there, just know that you will heal. The heart will heal. The heart is not completely broken. I don't feel here that, let's say that was a purely romantic situation for you, Pisces. It's not about your life, your as you carry yourself in the world. Let's say this is about purely a romantic situation. If there's moving on, that means you're leaving someone behind, okay? That means you're leaving a situation behind. Whether it's your current partner, whether it's your current love, whether it's a job, something, you have to move away from something here, because you need to protect yourself, okay? With that Nine of Wands here, you have to leave conflict behind to move towards something better, to move towards harmony, okay? And here we have accelerated motions. This is about communication. This is about travel. Again, movement, change. And a change that's almost like necessary in order to bring yourself to balance, in order to bring yourself to heal yourself. And for some of you, needing to find moderation and balance in your life, and that communication, it might have been because of a third party situation. There were three in the relationship, whether the third party was a job that was taking too much of someone else's time, the third party was someone had another family, whatever it was, or another lover. There was something here, there was something else here that was in that relationship. There was a third thing that was encroaching in that relationship that caused that pain that you need to heal from. And here comes the truth. The truth as you know it. The truth as you experience it right here on this earth, on this plane, on this dimension. Okay, that truth that's gonna allow you to express yourself, to communicate, and to get to your higher self. Okay, to get your triumph. Because some of you, Pisces, you know you were in the right, and that's why for some of you, if this was purely a romantic situation, you're not afraid to walk away, to leave behind that home, because you are walking your truth. You're gonna stand your ground here. For some of you, you were very clear about what you're willing and not willing to accept, and someone did not respect your boundaries. Someone did not respect the relationship that you know how you first start a relationship with someone, you tell them, this is the kind of relationship I want to have. This is what I want in a relationship. Someone did not respect that, okay? Especially for those of you, Pisces, where you are dealing with a fire sign. Especially if you are dealing with a younger fire sign. It's either that you're going to send that fire signs away. You're going to say goodbye. An Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And you're just going to pour that cup. You're going to pour away that emotions. You have no use to it. You're going to say goodbye. You're going to wave them on their good way. And then you're going to just let go. You're just going to remove emotions out of the situation. And that's your truth. And you will be doing the right thing for you, by yourself. Because now you know what's up. Rejoice in celebration. Three of Cups. This is overcoming whatever that was. Okay? Whatever that was here. Whatever that caused that pain. Now the heart is healing. Overcoming that. Success. Once that departure, that movement happened, that the balancing act happened, You're gonna have, that's a judgment. You're gonna find your success. You're going to heal. The heart is going to heal. The swords are gonna come out of your heart. You're going to be able to heal. The universe is gonna bring you your rewards. Okay? If you are dealing, if it is a romantic situation, you're dealing with someone and where they were cheating, they were not giving you your fair due, you felt like you need to protect yourself. You felt like there was something else that was taking their time, their energy, their affection, their you know, their resources. There's a departure happening here. There's moving on. You're either moving on or that person is moving on. And it's gonna be for the best. That's judgment from spirit. You see? The five of wands is about also, it's argument. It's ego battles. It's conflict, but it's not so much conflict in fighting, but it's conflict in like everyone having a say, okay? And usually we'll see all those people sitting up and waging their wands and just like going at it. But here, people know you have the floor. You're gonna speak your truth. Ace of Swords. You're gonna cut things that no longer serve you. You're gonna cut it out, because the Ace of Swords is also of cutting of energy, okay? This that no longer serve you, you're gonna say goodbye to. You're going to pour that cup of water. If there's too much emotions in the situation, you're going to pour that cup out. If this is somebody that was just not doing their fair due, that was just not bringing their best, putting their best foot forward, bringing in their best game, if you will, you're going to wave them goodbye. You're going to cut them out of your life. You have the floor. You're going to be heard. This is the after tarot. This is no ego battle here and everyone shouting over each other, everyone fighting each other. I get to say this and that. No. You have the floor. You're going to be heard. You're going to stand your ground. Once you told someone this is what I expect in a relationship, this is the kind of relationship I want, oh my goodness. Look at all these extra cards just flying out for you, Pisces. Reconciliation is at the bottom of the deck, but this is the card that should have been at the bottom. It fell after this one fell. So we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmation, and visualization help you bring you together. So for some of you, you may be calling in your soulmate. It may be someone from the past that you're calling towards you, okay? Because this should have been the last one, but the reconciliation wanted to be seen. For some of you, it's either you reconcile with someone from the past and that's what didn't go right. You the one who called that person into your life, whether you enjoying this or not, because judgment is also about reconciliation, mind you. It's a card of reconciliation, the judgment card. But there is a calling in here, okay? There's the angels calling you home. Look at judgment. It's a come to Jesus moment here, day of atonement, okay, for your sins. So for some of you, it's that you are calling someone from your past back. You want to reconcile for someone from your past, perhaps someone that you cut away from your life. There's a reconciliation here that's at play after healing has happened, and healing family issues. But there's a healing that needs to take place first, okay? For those of you that are bringing someone into your life after movement, after leaving a situation behind, after moving on, and after the healing has taken place and cutting things that no longer serve you. Before that reconciliation could happen, before this person can come back, that celebration can happen, before that you can have the floor to really express yourself, okay? Before we can put down the ones here that fight, before we can move away from all of that, there's a healing that needs to happen, and expressing yourself is going to be part of it. Standing your ground is going to be part of it. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And I feel here it's not just about your parents, it's also about you, the way you relate to another, the way you see relationships. And yes, those negative patterns might have been things you've learned from watching your parents, things that were taught to you, what you think is the normal way of being in a relationship or whatnot. But regardless, there is a healing that needs to happen here. Family issues, perhaps it's your own family issues, not even your parents. It's just you, the way you were parenting and the way you were nurturing that whole relationship as well. I hope this message brings you some clarity, Pisces. I know there's a lot of movement happening here, and for some of you, part of it will resonate and part of it will not. But it's clear here there was a situation that required movement. Something needed to come to, a season needed to close out. A new season was entering here, okay? Departure needed to happen, communication needed to happen, and someone basically reclaimed back their truth. someone reclaimed back the truth by walking away, or someone needed to really think this thing through by not being overly emotional, or being someone was being emotionally manipulative. Like this was cut out from your life. Someone stood their ground here, whether it's you who did that or it's the person you're dealing with. Okay, there was ego battle here that had to be put an end to. Okay, and there's a reconciliation at play as we close this reading here. That's possible here, but that reconciliation comes after that heart has been healed, after that pain, that broken heart is has been bandaged and is in healing mode here. Okay, and yes, there will be celebration, but we cannot celebrate until after this has been taking place, that this has taken care of. And it's you who's manifesting this reconciliation, or it's you who's bringing that person back. If it's that person that walked away from you, Pisces, just know that the healing needs to happen. You cannot go back to reconnect in the same old way. Okay, I hope that you come back next week for the next set of reading, and remember, as always, love is indeed the only answer. Thank you, Pisces. Bye.